Why Ekko jungle? Why not a different jungler? Match history, you tend to bounce around a lot, Alpha. Because he's fun? Well, why don't you stay on him? If you want to play Ekko jungle, you might as well be the best damn Ekko jungler of the ladder, right? Like, you don't want to jump around these different champions all the time. You can bounce around. You can bounce around. Let me give you a way to bounce around though. Instead of, I'm sorry, I'm hydrating. Instead of jumping from champ to champ and then back to a different champ again, you should stick on a champ for like 10 to 20 games and then jump to another champ. That way you learn the nuances. Okay, when you submit to me a replay, right, to coach, I can't possibly play every single champ at the level. Like, there's people that submit coachings to me that are like fucking plat, diamond, whatever, right? And they'll submit a coaching to me on, there's a Shen guy, right? The Shen guy will still send me coaching. He knows Shen better than I do on some of the nuances of like trading, where to be, how to use his fucking little sword bullshit to zone people in top lane. Like advanced stuff that I can't possibly know unless I've played that champion, okay? So the reason I'm telling you all this is because you're doing yourself a disservice right out the gate. If you're not practicing a champ, like you want me to teach your champion, I will happily help you go over macro and stuff. But going forward, you really should just be playing. You should spam it a little bit, you know? You should spam it. Don't be afraid to try to work out the nuances of like, you know, why this isn't working for you. This is silver, correct? Might as well work out the nuances.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay. Arc Second does play Ekko jungle from time to time, and he does pop off with it. So it's definitely doable. Tell me that you're at least going electrocute on it. Electrocute's pretty good in the jungle anyways. Yes, you are, okay. You just answered a question for me that I had a while back but never got answered with your remark about lower. What were you going to ask? Which champs are you comfortable coaching in-depth micro for? A lot of the champs that I play, mostly. I mean, there's some champions I understand nuances based on, like, I face them enough times to know what they're supposed to do. Right, yeah. So we're doing a red golems, and then I'm assuming you're gonna go scuttle.
First blood.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, like, if you play a champion all day, it really does help with just little things. Just little things that someone who doesn't play it that often might not know. Alright, so right now, let's check our vision. You have vision of mid, you have vision of bot. Let's see. Mid died, so I would immediately be looking to terrorize mid all game, by the way. Would be my anytime as a jungler, a little tip about solo queue, and this is purely solo queue environment. Anytime a lane is winning, best thing you can do is make it worse by looking for ways to regank that lane, okay? It works on, I mean, it works on me, it works on mids, it works on bot lanes. Anytime a lane is winning, make it worse. Snowball the game, help the people that you know are winning their lane, and try to tilt the enemy team that way. Okay, so you go and take Gromp. Well, you should know that your blue's gone. To be honest, I don't even know if you get there in time. You should know your blue's gone because... Well, did you show on anything? Maybe we shouldn't know our blue's gone. Hold on a second. I'm gonna think back a little bit to right here. I think you can check the blue, but once you've seen that it's gone here, you should probably be pathing towards your blue right away instead of clearing Gromp, because you're basically letting Yi 3 buff us, right? For some reason in my mind, I thought you like showed, but you never showed. So there's no reason for Yi to go straight to your blue. So you know what Yi's route is, right? You didn't see him at blue. Unless he's like in the bush, right? So you know that he went blue and he didn't go straight buff to buff because Yis don't do that shit. But if you don't know the reason why Yis don't do that shit, most Yis in general will not invade. Unless they want to like 1v1 cheese somebody. Gromp also gives 30% less XP at level 1 to stop bot lanes taking at level 1. Well, there you go. That's another good little factoid too. So not only are we giving up our blue, but we're basically counter jungling something that's kind of useless. When in reality, I think what would be better is if you just path to your blue, or path towards your blue. You could probably do chickens and then still make it to your blue in time in most cases, because most guys aren't gonna just go blue to straight to red to straight to your blue because they'll be afraid of getting countered, right? Like if mid right now, like mid has priority, mid collapses. Just super rare. So I don't really like this because I don't think it's necessary when we go through it. But if you would path straight to your blue, okay, so now you decide to go mid and give up our blue. Do we need to flash? I think it's close, but it's fine. Just to secure the kill, I think it's fine. Use your vision. So yeah, your blue's gone, which is actually predictable now because you ganked mid. And then you get your jungle item, which is good. And then Talia roams bottom, which is kind of weird. Should be going mid here to defend against that. In case Yi decides to go to mid. And right here, as soon as I hit 6, like as you take this red, I'm looking mid. So that's what I hope you do. Just make the game unplayable for them. I don't know where you're going. This is terrible by you. This is bad. Just go mid. Spam gank mid. Just over and over and over again. Spam gank mid. You go literally... Tell Yasuo to shove and just dive this guy. with level 6. You got an early level 6 here. This is a mistake. After you finish that red, go right around. Say shove. Right? Because we know this guy has control. The only way that you lose this game is if this guy loses control of his lane. Because Yasuo is crazy in solo queue. It's okay for chat to chime in. Coach and client can choose to listen to chat. If they want to. Yeah, this so bad, so terrible. I cannot stress enough how bad this play is. Okay? I don't give a fuck about Kayle top versus Renekton. You know why? Because this is a noob on a champion that scales, okay? He's not gonna have some sort of like intimate familiarity with a fucking early fight, right? How's it really gonna go when a noob's on an early game champ? It's really gonna go like this. Or I'm sorry, a late game champ. He's versus early game champ. It's gonna go like this. This Renekton is going to win every fight. Just be happy that this guy isn't feeding out of his mind already. Just be happy with that. Don't fuck with this lane. Don't try to gank it. Don't try to do anything fancy with it. Just let them coexist. If Renekton is too garbage to kill this guy on his own, just let them be. Alright? Let them chill. Because eventually, Kale's going to get to the point where this guy's useless. If he hasn't already, this is low elo, right? So it's like poker tells. We're in low elo. The fact that this Renekton isn't already snowballed, we're good. Top is good. That's how you should view it. Because if this guy was bad and this guy was that much better, this Kayle would have already died. Like 3 fucking times. I promise you. All you're doing is just, you're trying to force something that's just not there. This is why I say low elo. Just fucking slam home the lane that's winning. Just drill this lane over and over again. Ping Yasuo, like push, dive, kill this guy, reset, farm, do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again. You'll have your ult to bail you out, so if it looks thin, like you start diving and Yi shows up, bam, you just ult out and reset. That's cool. This will lose you games, this type of play. Oh no. I still hate it. I wouldn't even be bothering with it. What happened to our Yasuo? Did he get ganked by Yi? Or did he just fail? Yep. This is what I don't want. Now, just like I was talking about top, right? So like top, we know what should happen. What should happen top is Kale's gonna feed most of the time. Renekton's gonna get huge most of the time. If you drag the game out to 30 or 40 minutes and Kayle can like right click things, maybe he comes back. So he didn't feed, so we're happy with that, right? Mid, the same holds true. If Yasuo gets going and doesn't get shut down, you'll probably win the game. But the minute that Yasuo isn't snowballing, low elo, it's over, right? because he's either just gonna win the game by himself, or he's gonna fucking get camped and throw it. So your decision to keep going topside is bad because it enables this type of shit. This is what you're trying to make sure this doesn't happen to your Yasuo, basically. Because you know, just like the Kale's probably gonna feed, Yasuo is probably gonna throw. So that's why I say once he gets the solo kill, just slam that lane. Like, don't stop ganking it. Okay. That was bizarre.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Yee's killing tower. You should be diving this, pinging it to dive, or trying to. Yasuo backs off though. Just go in and kill this guy. Seriously. You have your ult. Fuck with him. Try to hit a stun under tower. Listen, dude, if you're gonna play this shit, if you're gonna play this jungle shit, you're gonna play it right. Your champion can dive. Okay? Your champion can dive. You should be looking for it as soon as you hit 6. Your ult will save you and bail you out of any bad dive. You can lead the dives. Just like when I play fucking Tryndamere or some shit. I dive constantly. That's a 2v1. You see Yi and Renekton up here. You see the bot lane down here. Just go and try it. And if you can hit that fucking that stun, this guy's dead. And guess what that means? You're trading pressure. You have to do something for this pressure, right? Taking blue buff is not good enough. Come up with something better. Can't go bot, you can go mid. Spot's back right now. Come up with something more aggressive than just taking a blue buff. Blue buff will still be there. But your ult's just sitting unused, right? So use it. So instead of ganking the mid that's pushed up, you decide to run all the way to bot lane with an Alistar. Why? This is still 10 times better than this. You could start taking Scuttle, and then you watch as you're taking Scuttle. If she goes up and hits that tower, that's when I would gank right there. So I would already be on Scuttle hitting that, and then once she does this, you just path right into it. And yeah, that's true too with the W, but we should be here anyways. There's no reason to be bot lane. We get a favorable fight, which is nice. And then you decide to do... What are you building? I find this Arc Second build pretty entertaining. Maybe give this a run. Iceborne Gauntlet, Spirit Visage. He doesn't do that every game, does he? He does. You know, I'm all about the tankier builds, bro. Run that shit. I mean, it starts off damagey, but then you switch to tank, which is good. Gives you a little bit more versatility in the team fights. And I always say building Bruiserish is probably better in low elo anyways, because you can waste more people's time. Look at your vision. Take the tower. Now stop pushing and go to dragon. Now just leave. Reset. No, you should have just reset. You have a lot of gold behind. You should be resetting here. There's no need to farm these Krogs. Yeah, this was you. You could already be in this fight. I don't know, dude, you don't need golems that fucking bad. You 100% could have been involved with that and slowed that down, that demise of your team down. I don't like that pathing there at all. There's literally no you just got tower and dragon, just reset. Because your teammates are gonna feed super fast. And then, yeah, we get dove. That's a really good dive, too. You just engaged a losing fight there. I don't know why. There's nothing about this that makes this a good fight. Kale doesn't have ults. You're engaging a 4v5. Yasuo's dead. Alistar doesn't have his ult. This shit's trash. Even if you hit the multi-stun. That's not gonna work. That's not good enough. Now if you just waited till that would have been the one. So they overstay. Your team keeps pushing in. Okay, well, Vayne and Yi are dead. Yasuo and so yeah, giving up the fight is good, I think. Kayle misplays her ult. Just shove mid here. Your team's going crazy. Shove mid. Yeah, that's trash. This is trash by you. Towers, dude. Why are they all fighting over here? Who cares? Just shove mid. Put some pressure on the map, and then you ult out of blue. Okay, yeah, this is... This ain't it, Chief. Yeah, I'm okay with you disengaging after your team, like, but just do something while they're still fighting. Do something useful. If they want to fight over here after you've won Dragon, good for them. Go push a lane, whatever. If you don't like the fight, which I don't like it either, it looks stupid. I would just push mid. Instead, you go to blue. Why? Actually, shove a lane. Shove a lane, and then that way when your team feeds, which they're going to, at least they won't feel like getting Baron. And you can get ward on Baron too. You got pink wards. Look at this. This is what I'm scared of. This is why pushing those lanes when your team's fighting is really important. Because it discourages them from doing shit like figuring out that they could probably Baron. Which is what they're gonna do. Because if you give noobs nothing to do, no waves to clear, they'll eventually find their way to the objective that's important. Wow. You ulted back way quick. Why? I liked everything about that play until you just ulted backwards way too early. You didn't really bait much, you know? Okay, so now they get Baron and it's GG. So here's my thing. The build you're going, I agree with Vaughn. You might as well just, as soon as your teammates take this bad fight, I'd much rather you shove mid and then go to top and try to take towers and just duel people. The only person you're really afraid of, and it, I mean, you don't even really have to duel people, just draw some map pressure if you want. The other option is to do like a tankier build and then make sure that once you're in a fight, you actually absorb something first. But yeah, I just didn't like the macro decisions. Not diving mid, not just oppressing mid and making him want to quit. Not helping get our Yasuo, keep our Yasuo way ahead of the enemy team would have been nice. I just hate this like going top shit. It created something that was gonna happen regardless. Like Kale's always gonna suck in low elo because people don't know how to play it, and you're just if you're wrong, you're just accelerating that. That's exactly what happened. Like, you went top instead of just hammering on mid and keeping mid tilted. Would have been the play, I think. Other than that, yeah, once your team takes a bad fight after you win objectives, just go and push. And then once you've won objectives, back immediately. You took Dragon, you took Tower, and then Dragon, and then you started farming Golems with, like, tons of money behind. Why? Just go back and quickly get out so you can use that impact somewhere. Don't greed for the extra farm. Now you could have impacted the map with the Tower of the Dragon. You could have immediately started leveraging that. Why farm? Go do something with it. That's all I got. I hope that helps, dude. YouTube, hope you enjoy the coaching. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you do. There'll be more of these eventually. Thanks for watching. Twitch.tv/Neace. If you want to sub and support the stream, that helps a lot. Please consider it. I'm out. Peace. Crackers. Thanks, guys.